Good evening, everybody. It's August 4th, 2021. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. So I will go over the charts we've been looking at here. Once again, we've got a potential one wave up right here, two wave here. As I've said before, it was very, very deep, a little deeper than I would have liked, but this third wave was quite convincing, so giving it the benefit of the doubt. This third wave with a high B and C over here should have completed 4, and ideally it would have hit this original box I had right here, anywhere between 35, 100, and 37.2, but I have mentioned a couple times that when you have a very deep 2 like this, you can see a shallower 4, so it's possible that is what we're seeing. I do want to go over a couple different possibilities here with you all, though, as well. So in any case, if this was the B, like I have been putting as my primary scenario, I was expecting a full 5 waves down to complete a C, and like I said last night, we had completed the minimum requirement for that to be the case. We did spike down just a little bit lower than where we were last night, so I'm going to move these labels over here basically to that point, but this is a fairly good indication, first indication that we may be looking at the next wave up now. And so I'm going to go over 2 different scenarios here that are possible. So first scenario is this is correct, 4 is done, and we're on the way up. And in the group today I was saying right around here that around 40K, that we were probably going to see a pullback of some sort soon, and it very well could be an opportunity to buy in more. I have some longs here, had some longs on Ether as well in that zone, and now we were looking for this move up. So basically what I want to see happen is for this to be the one of the final 5th wave in blue, right? And this 5th wave, based on this projection, should take us over here between 44 and 47K, basically. So what we need to see at this point in time, I think it's probably most likely, like I said, that this is the 1 and 2 to begin that move. And so we can draw a fib from the bottom to the top, and then really look for a second wave pullback here to hold within basically between the 382 and as far down as the 764 would be fine. So right here, anywhere between like 38K and 39K. If we can hold a retest of that area and then proceed upwards from there, I think what that will likely mean is that we will probably be doing 5 waves up within the first wave of that 5. So let me kind of illustrate that here. This is conjecture at this point, but let's say that's the 1, the 2 land somewhere right around there, right? And so from that, wherever that ends up landing, we'll redraw that, but from that we would expect to see something along these lines with a final move up here within this first leg here to like 43, and that would then also see a pullback here, right? So there's 1 and 2, then we get 3 up and 4 and finally 5 up to that ideal range of 44 to 47, something like that. Could even potentially extend longer, higher than that. So anyway, this is kind of what I'm tracking right now to see if this green box holds right here. And like I said, that's between 38 and 39K is really the ideal place for that to hold. The alternative view of this, let me go over that real quick, is that I am incorrect about this being A and this being B, and we actually ended the third wave here. Okay? And that changes things in an important distinction here, because we would then expect for there to be an A down. So instead of completing C, that's A, B came up to here, and we would expect another move down for a C wave. So this is possible, and basically if this box fails to hold, that becomes the primary scenario for me. Especially if this low is taken out, then I'm going to expect that we're going down to 35. So let me draw a little line here, basically from this low. This is our need to hold support line right there, 37.5K. Okay, ideally we hold in this green box and progress upwards. And then let's do some fib analysis here based on this. So if that is the A wave down and B came to here, now this could progress upwards still and actually be B even higher too. So kind of got to play that by ear. But if that's B, then this actually projects downwards. This 1.0 extension at 35.2 is really the ideal place for that to go. But I'm going to draw one more rectangle here. It could bottom anywhere between the 618 and as low as the 1236 down here at 34. So essentially what I'm saying is if 37.5 breaks, we will at a minimum hit 37. Okay, big whoop, but more likely we'll hit 35 too. And potentially down as far as 34.1. And if you remember, the basically the thing that would tell us that this whole move is BS and we're not going to be seeing higher is this red line right here, is this 39 or 33.9 is very, very important to hold in order to keep the bullish momentum. So whether we hold in this box right here or break down and find a new bottom in this green box here, I do expect us to proceed upwards into that fifth wave as long as that red line there holds at 33.937. So that's pretty much the scenarios that we have mapped out right now. Watch for 38 to 39 to hold to give us an indication that we may be proceeding higher. That'd be great. I'll probably add some longs here, to be honest, and I might stop out of everything if it breaks down below that 37.5 in any meaningful way, and then just keep my lower buys. I've got buys all the way down to 35 still sitting there, so again, keeping those active for the moment I think is wise, but adding some in here and then maybe stopping out below 37.5 is a pretty decent play. If we go down onto the 5-minute and look, we can potentially see 5 waves up here, which is a good sign. Something like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that actually matches up decently with the fibs, if that's 1, 2. 3 actually extended about to the 2.0 extension there, and then 5 went to the 2.618. So it is definitely an extended first wave, but it is a good indication that we can at least find something in there that is looking similar to 5 waves. And right now, this looks to me like it could be doing pretty easily an ABC down into this ideal box. So again, we're really looking for that somewhere in there to hold. And let's see, a micro fib here on the 5-minute chart would project anywhere in this range. So that's kind of a more targeted area there for the moment of possibility. So based on this, I would expect kind of the upper region to hold, you know, between 38.5 and 39,000 looks like even more likely to hold. But it technically has room down to that 38K region. So, all right, trying to think if there's anything else I need to review. I think that pretty much sums it up. And we will see where we end up in the coming days. All right, trade safe, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the longs so far that we grabbed in this region. Be prepared to grab lower still if you need. Don't over leverage yourself. All right, good night.